So, back from the VGC guide, and this time we're looking at Cantonian Tauros. The main niche of Tauros is not Intimidate, it's its other two abilities. So the first one, Anger Point, it's now the fastest Pokemon in the format that has access to Anger Point. The previous ones were the Paldean versions of Tauros, but they're only base 100 speed, 110 increasing that is significant. So you'd want to be using this to be able to get your Anger Point sweep going. The most likely way of activating it is going to be a Flower Trick from your own Meowscarada. Obviously the Urshifus can do it as well, but Meowscarada would be the best partner for this. Turning into something that resists Grass would be very nice. Steel seems like the best candidate because then you get to go for Iron Head with Stab, and Earthquake as coverage, which is also spread, and then just round it off with Rock Slide as well. Like Steel, Ground, Rock is a very, very good coverage combination, so being able to turn into Steel is probably the best way to go. You're likely going to be able to OHKO everything with a Stab Iron Head that's a +6, and then Earthquake will round it off to be able to hit both Pokemon, and maybe even KO both of them because you're +6. That's the main reason to use the Tauros. The other one is actually Sheer Force, and it's Special Tauros. This has been used in, I think it was VGC 15 before. This is actually reasonable. It's probably not great, but it's a good, it's definitely anti-meta. This is a very good anti-meta pick, if necessary for your team. Because now with Terra, you can turn into the stab of these moves, most likely Thunderbolt, because Electric is going to be the better one. Because then with Stab Thunderbolt, with Life Orb, with Sheer Force, even though you're base 40 special attack, you OHKO Rapid Strike Urshifu. Even some of the slightly bulkier ones as well. With Ice Beam, you OHKO Landorus, because you outspeed it and just OHKO it, because it's quad weak to it. Flamethrower rounds off quite nicely just as extra coverage. But you wouldn't expect base 40 special attack to be worth it going for the special attacks, but Sheer Force and the Life Orb does give it that edge. It OHKOs a lot of things that are super effective hits. And that's what you're looking for. You're not really looking for the normal stab of just like double edge and do some good damage. This is supposed to OHKO things that are weak to the attacks, or just do some great damage to it. So it's actually got great coverage, and it can work as anti-meta. You wouldn't expect it, but it definitely can. So it's weird that it's got two niches, and it's got Intimidate, and Intimidate is not the right ability. Even though Intimidate's arguably the best ability in VGC, it's its other two abilities that make it have a niche.